My name is Alan Lacey, and I'm a wildlife filmmaker, cameraman, and producer. Over the years, I've worked on shows for National Geographic, Disney+, PBS Nature, and the BBC. This is episode 1 in an 8-part series called Filming Yellowstone, where I take you on a 2-week adventure filming some of North America's most iconic wildlife. In this episode, we are going to find out if one of my films is a winner at the Oscars of wildlife filmmaking. You certainly don't want to miss. Nearly a year ago, I finished post-production on a documentary film I produced about burrowing owls. These adorable little pint-sized predators have taken me all over the Americas filming, and right now, I'm driving through the rain and flash flooding on my way to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We don't often get this kind of rain here in the Southwest, so it was rather enjoyable driving all the way from Phoenix, Arizona, up through the canyons and monuments in Utah, and then onwards towards Wyoming through the rain and storms. The fall colors were out on full display as I arrived into the Teton National Forest, and to be honest, it was pretty spectacular to witness. I'm headed to the Jackson Wild Media Awards, one of the most prestigious film festivals in the natural history film space, and often referred to as the nature equivalent to the Oscars. To make this trip possible, the folks over at Overland Vehicle Systems installed their expedition cap on my Toyota Tacoma to protect my gear from the elements like rain or snow, while keeping everything safe. OVS is one of the most trusted names in the off-roading and overlanding community. Their products are designed to be relied upon time and time again in some of the most demanding off-road terrain. I did not have their cap installed on this trip, but it has proven invaluable in protecting my gear on demanding trips that have followed since. Oh, did I mention they are made here in the USA? I am almost to Jackson Lake Lodge, headed there for the week to be part of the festivities with Jackson Wild Media Awards. My film, Burrowing Owls, A Love Story, is a finalist, which is incredibly awesome. So, pretty excited about that. So we're gonna go. We'll see if we win the award Thursday, so it'll be a week of festivities and fun, but I've just enjoyed the drive up. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll actually be filming in Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks for several weeks following my time at Jackson Wild. But for now, I'll be cooped up inside a lodge with a bunch of wildlife and natural history filmmakers from around the world. Jackson Wild is an experience unlike most other film festivals. Here, you get to mingle with other professionals within the same industry, make new connections, strengthen existing ones, and network with many of the industry's top filmmakers, production houses, and broadcasters like National Geographic, PBS, and the BBC Natural History Unit. Also, there are keynote talks about trends in the industry or new emerging technologies and methodologies for producing natural history programming by experts in these arenas. When you're out in the backcountry and you gotta do your thing, Dry Flush by Laveo is the way to go. You're able to do your business, hit the flush button just like a regular toilet. It wraps it up, conceals everything, secures it, and drops it down so you can go again. And you can do up to 15 of these out in the backcountry. Their slogan is go anywhere, and you can literally go anywhere. We've got the Grand Tetons behind us. It's a grand view. You can do your grand business. And I tell you what, there's nothing like it. When you have those kind of views and you can do your business in the woods, that is what it's all about. So I highly recommend using the Laveo Dry Flush system for your backcountry needs. You can literally go anywhere. Do your business. Laveo Dry Flush. Highly recommend.
To Jane.
While at Jackson, we all received the sad news of the passing of the legendary Jane Goodall. someone who inspired so many of us to get into this industry in the first place and do the important work that we all do. So here's to Jane, who loved a good whiskey.
Recognize that so many in this community are deeply impacted by the loss of Jane. I actually wrote this down, which is very uncharacteristic of me, but I want to get through it. She was a treasure to the world and to National Geographic. We gave her her first grant in 1961. She became an explorer and a forever member of our family. At a recent event, Jane underscored the importance of storytelling. She pulled me aside and she said to me, because we sent her Hugo, who's a filmmaker, that she, and this is a quote, went from maybe being a scientist to being Jane. So she loved this community, she loved the power of storytelling, she loved a crowd, and she loved a good whiskey. She would have loved being here tonight with this light and these people and really just this family. So here's to Jane. Thank you, have fun.
Jane had an incredible impact on this planet, and it is my hope that we can carry her legacy forward through the films we make to protect our planet and wild places. As the week came to a close, it also came to the day of the awards gala. And I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty excited to wake up and start the day. In just a few short hours, we'd all know the winning films.
Alright, so I've been here at Jackson for the whole week, and it's been a lot of fun to network with all the different industry professionals and get to network with all these people. It's just been incredible. So many talented people here. It's such a beautiful place. Tonight is the awards gala, and our film Burrowing Owls: A Love Story is up for a nomination as a finalist in the Green Production category. So it's gonna be a fun night. Fingers are crossed to see if we can come home with it, but even if not, it's just an honor to be on the same level with all these amazing, incredible films and filmmakers that showcase and feature the natural world. So pretty excited about tonight, and hopefully we have some good updates at the end of the video. But you gotta stick around and see the outcome.
Before heading to the awards gala, I went back to my room and got ready for the evening, and then made my way to the awards ceremony.
Be more proud on behalf of Jackson Wild of this group of finalists and to have these films represent the organization. And so looking forward to the rest of the night and celebrating all of your work.
After a private toast to all of the finalists, the evening kicked off with a moment on the red carpet. And as you can tell, I was pretty happy to be there after all of our hard work producing this film. Which, by the way, here's our official trailer.
In the grasslands of eastern Oregon exists a place like no other. The Umatilla Chemical Weapons Depot. Built to house millions of deadly munitions, it's now home to a very different resident. Burrowing owls. Once nearly extinct from this region, they're now making a comeback. And it's thanks to one man. Owl biologist David Johnson.
When we first started, there were 3 or 4 pairs of owls on the depot. It became a rescue mission. Now we have a chance to support a population.
And after years of work, he hopes to prove that he's helped save the owls.
There's still important work to be done, and we need to do it soon. I think that we can win this one for conservation.
Follow along with a new generation of owls at the depot. They'll need to grow up fast and learn to survive.
It's a short life, and they really go for it, and they give it their all.
As they learn what it takes to be the hope for the future.
Now we're going to check and see if we got anybody.
And join David.
Yes, sir.
as he embarks on a one-of-a-kind mission.
I want to get the guy's voice. Here's a rare chance to really be able to look into the evolution of owls that has not been done anywhere in the world, but that we can do here. Yeah, it's exciting.
All to ensure the survival of this unique population of burrowing owls.
They have a role in the ecosystem. There's all kinds of examples about their benefits. The owls are trying to help us, and all we need to do is give them a chance.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Jackson Wild Media Awards. Before we kick off tonight's festivities, we want to take a moment to honor our dear friend and hero, Dr. Jane Goodall. Jane meant so much to so many of us here in this room and around the world. Though she would have preferred to spend her entire life in her beloved Gombe, she recognized early on the power of good that she wielded and felt a huge responsibility to use it to fight for the planet in the future. She did that relentlessly, with grace, humor, and love, and touched millions with her message of hope.
Film after film was announced, and the anticipation kept growing. A friend of mine, Casey Anderson, who was featured in a film called The Old Bear, won in the Trailblazer category. You can check out his work over at Endless Venture here on YouTube. Finally, the moment I had been waiting for months
by the National
arrived.
Geographic Society. The finalists are Burrowing Owls, a love story. P-22, the legacy lives on. Shared Planet.
Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin with the National Geographic Society, and the winner is Shared Planet.
Wow, well, thank you. I'm just one of the lucky cinematographers that got to work on this really exciting production. It'll be coming to PBS next year. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say what date exactly yet, but...
Even though my film didn't win the award, it was still an incredible honor to be a finalist amongst so many incredible films and filmmakers at the 2025 Jackson Media Awards. If you do a lot of cold weather camping, but would like to stay warm at night, then I highly recommend Winterwell's wood stove systems. I have camped with their Woodlander series for over a year now, and let me tell you, on those cold frosty nights well below freezing, this small, tent-friendly wood stove keeps me warm and toasty throughout the night. As long as you keep the fire going, you no longer have to wake up seeing ice on the inside of your tent. But this is just the beginning of this story, and where this particular series really starts. For the next 2 weeks, I'll be filming in both Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks. The wildlife encounters I'm about to witness will be among some of the best moments I've had yet filming wildlife. For the first part of the trip, I'll be joined by my good friend and fellow filmmaker, Ryan Olinger, who was also a finalist at the Jackson Wild Awards. And in a few days, another good friend, Jason Yoder from the YouTube channel Explore with Jason, will be joining along for the adventure. So be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss episode 2 of this series, where I'll be headed deep into the heart of Yellowstone National Park itself. And if you like this episode, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And see if you can guess what the first animal I'll find in episode 2 is. In the meantime, keep an eye out for the next episode of Filming the Wild.